Hello guys, today I'm going to tell you what GEMFX is and how you can get it for yourself. So what is GEMFX? So basically it stands for Graphics Enhancement Mod and is created by Lucifer Hawk over at the Total War forums. It's basically an upgrade to a program called SweetFX and is created with the inspiration of Boris Vorontsov. Some of you who may have played Skyrim on the PC might know him. He was the guy who created the Real Vision ENB mod that just completely changed Skyrim's graphics. Now GEMFX gives similar results to what ENB does, but it's very simple to install and use if you know what the settings do. And the best thing yet is that it can actually be used with many different games and not just online ones. Now with that said, what does the GEMFX settings actually do? We will start with the actual GEMFX shaders. There's the realistic shader and there's the true color shader. Each shader has 8 sliders and you can only use one shader at a time. The first 3 sliders change the scene depth that decreases your game's brightness in a smart way, and the second and third sliders are the filter depth and shadow depth that work together to change the brightness and contrast of the shadows. Basically, the higher that these two values are, the darker your shadows will be. And below these sliders are the color boost button that gives richer colors to your game. The next 3 sliders are texture brightness, contrast brightness, and shader brightness. The texture brightness increases the darkness and color depth that work with the screen space ambient occlusion. The contrast brightness slider increases the brightness of the textures, and the shader brightness darkens or brightens the whole scene. The last 2 sliders are saturation and ambient light, which increases the color values and the overall lighting of the scene. Then there's the additional shaders for GEMFX. Clear vision that works with the GEMFX shaders is not something that's very notable, but it's used to disable artificial details from GEMFX to give a more clearer image. Now the Gaussian Shader is pretty neat, as it has its own sliders that can give different effects. It can be used to add a nice definition to the game, or it can be used as a subtle blur to the entire image. It can also be used to give a nice bloom effect, something that Black Desert doesn't actually have. Now the 3 shaders that really make a difference is the True Color Gem Shader, the Gaussian Bloom Effect, and the Ambient Lighting Shader. Ambient Lighting also has its own sliders and it basically enhances the lighting in Black Desert, whether it's from the sun, the moon, or campfires. With this enabled, you can also use a dirt lens, which makes your screen look dirty. It's actually pretty immersive when you're in a desert or a dusty place. The other 2 effects add lens flares that looks great when the sun is in view, and AL Vibrance, which basically enhances the bloomy, glowy effects at night, which work great with the Gaussian bloom. The other effects used in this video are the Bloom, DPX, and Vibrance shaders from the SweetFX tab. The Bloom is to enhance the subtle Gaussian bloom, and the DPX and Vibrance allows you to control the RGB colors and saturation of the game. I tried a few of the Guild Wars 2 YouTubers' GEMFX settings, however due to the differences in games and art styles it just kind of ruined Black Desert's contrast and brightness levels. I mean, color themes and art styles are pretty subjective things, but personally for me I like rich colors that stand out and give a fantasy feel to the game, without going too much overboard. For example, I really liked Terra's rich colors, and that's the kind of color theme I try to achieve with these GEMFX settings. If what I've been saying is complete gibberish to you for the past few minutes and you just want your Black Desert looking like this video, then don't worry, I'll post a link in the description for you to download my GEMFX settings. Now to download the GEMFX, you go to the Total War forums to download the file by clicking GEMFX under the download and installation spoiler. You'll be sent to Mediafire to download the file, which is about 276 megabytes. Once it's downloaded, the installer will ask for the destination folder. If you're using the 64-bit client, which you should be, find your program files under your local disk and search for the Black Desert folder. Once you find it, click it and search for the bin64 folder. Let the installer extract the GEMFX into that folder, and once the files are extracted, right-click the GEMFX configurator and run it as administrator. From there, you can tweak the settings to how you like it. However, if you'd like to use my settings that I've used in this video, I'll post a link of my GEMFX settings file in the description below, and you can download it and you can replace it in the current folder located in the preset folder. Replace the file there and you should be good to go. If you have any questions, leave them below and I'll try my best to answer them. If you liked the video, click the thumbs up button, and if you would like to see more of GEMFX in action, click the subscribe button to be updated on my next Black Desert videos that will definitely be using these GEMFX settings. Hope you enjoyed the video and hopefully I'll see you on the next one.